Hello Clix fans, and welcome to the first official episode of CritHitClix. I'm going to start by showing you all of the previews that were shown this week. The first figure I want to talk to you about this week is Red Robin. Red Robin is the leader of the Teen Titans, and he is in his new 52 outfit. He's 80 points and has the Teen Titans team ability. He has a trait that states, when Red Robin is within 8 squares of a character that possesses the Batman ally team ability, he can use stealth. Red Robin also has another special ability, which lets him use energy shield deflection, and when he is the target of a ranged attack, he can use toughness. As a whole, I don't really like this Red Robin that much. He's okay for the points, but he's lacking in his attack values and his damage values. I wish they gave him some kind of exploit weakness or something to kind of make him more useful. He just really seems like he's just gonna stand there and use Perplex and Outwit and not be too useful to the team as a whole. The next figure I want to talk about is also a member of the Teen Titans. He is Beast Boy. This Beast Boy has 2 new forms which are compatible with the previous Beast Boy from the DC 75th anniversary set. First I'm going to talk to you about the Dolphin version of Beast Boy. This Beast Boy is obviously meant to swim. He has some special abilities that help him become a little bit better when he's in the water. He can use super senses, and he can also use energy shield deflection when he occupies water terrain, which is actually pretty good. As a whole, this Beast Boy is actually not too bad. I'll give Dolphin Beast Boy 3 banana pancakes out of 5. Next up is the next version of Beast Boy, which is a pterodactyl, which is awesome. I am enjoying all of these forms of Beast Boy, and I hope they keep them coming, especially with the Teen Titans set that was announced. This version of Beast Boy has Indomitable, Exploit Weakness, Charge, Energy Shield Deflection, the Flight ability. He can also carry up to 3 characters if they all share a keyword with him, which is actually really awesome. In my opinion, I think I would start off with this Beast Boy often, and then, if needed, transform into other forms. I'm going to give Pterodactyl Beast Boy 4 spaghetti tacos out of 5. The next figure that was revealed in the set is the Bad Samaritan. I actually don't know too much about this figure in terms of comic book history, but he does seem like a pretty bad figure. He does have a cool damage special of power. The damage special power reads, Bad Samaritan can use Outwit. When he uses it to counter a power or ability on a target, the same power or ability is also countered on any opposing characters adjacent to that target. This power can be really useful against swarm teams and really useful in general. Overall, I think that's probably why his cost is 83 points, but in the end I don't feel like I'd be playing him very much unless I figure out a cool combination with him. I'm going to give the Bad Samaritan 2 douchebag sunglasses out of 5. And the last preview that was revealed this week is Zealot. Zealot is a member of the Wildcats, and I really don't know too much about the Wildcats either. I used to watch the show as a kid, and I'm actually really excited to hopefully play the whole team. And she actually is pretty decent. She's 75 points with Indomitable. She has Charge, Blade Skull's Fangs, and at one point she does have Blade Skull's Fangs with Exploit Weakness, which is actually pretty good. As a whole, I feel like her attack values drop pretty low, getting to an 8 at the end. She actually seems pretty good and pretty fun to use. I'm kind of excited. As a whole, I'm going to rate Zealot 3 sword slashes out of 5. So those were the previews for this week. As a whole, they are actually pretty good. I'm pretty excited for the Batman set. I know it's going to have a lot of stealth, and I know it's going to have a lot of Outwit and Perplex, and I'm just hoping there's a couple of figures sprinkled in there to help combat against those types of figures. One of the segments I want to do with the show is something called It Came From the Realms. This will be a segment that kind of promotes something cool that someone on the Realms does or has done. In order to do this though, I need your help. I need you to send in any videos or suggestions of things that you have seen or things that you want to promote. If you make custom Heroclix models, I'm sure people would love to see that. If you make a custom dice, I'm sure people would love to see that too. Just let me know, and I'll see if I can include it in a future episode. So a member of the Heroclix forums by the name of Fenner224 has a laminating and printing service. With the new print and play Heroclix rules, you are able to print and play any additional team abilities or character cards. So in case you lose them or something goes wrong, you can print them out as backup. They actually look really good and they're really cool to have. Now it's time for Comic Book Team of the Week! This week's comic book team of the week is the Lady Liberators. This version of the Lady Liberators features the Invisible Woman, She-Hulk, Spider-Woman, Thundra, and Tigra. The Invisible Woman is a really good figure. I like using her, and I think the invisible barrier mechanic really works well with her. I think you want to use her telekinesis to help out the other figures move and use her probability control. You definitely want to keep her back and keep her out of combat. Next up we have She-Hulk. She-Hulk is actually a pretty cool figure. She's your typical tank character. She has charge, super strength, and vulnerability, and on one of her clicks she has impervious and outwit. I feel like you really want to get in there and do a lot of damage and take advantage of her super strength. You may want to use the Invisible Woman to TK her into combat and keep She-Hulk on the move, moving quickly and doing a lot of damage. Spider-Woman starts off with stealth and has a special ability called Pheromones. This special ability states, give Spider-Woman a free action, she may modify the attack value of an adjacent friendly character by +1, and she may modify the defense value of an adjacent opposing character by -1 until your next turn. I feel like this is actually a really cool ability. Use that +1 to boost up Invisible Woman and park them in stealth next to one another. Next up we have Thundra. Thundra unfortunately does not start off with a move and attack ability, but she does have super strength, invulnerability, and battle fury. She does have a cool trait where she gets +1 attack and damage values against the highest opposing character that you choose at the beginning of the game. So that's actually a really cool ability. I mean, it really seems like Thundra needs to go straight for that figure and just keep attacking it until she dies. Every time I've played Thundra, she seems to die pretty quickly and go out, but that doesn't mean she's horrible. The last member of this team is Tigra. I really actually like this Tigra. At first I didn't have, an opinion one way or the other, but I used her in a sealed match and she worked wonders for me. She starts off with charge and a special Blades Called Fangs ability. This ability allows her to have a minimum blades roll of 2 and a maximum of 5. This actually comes in handy because her base damage value is 2. So you will always be at least doing her minimum damage value. Overall, I really like this Tigra, and I feel like she has a high damage potential. This team adds up to 442 points. This means that there's plenty of room to add the full Infinity Gauntlet, and you can even add an Avengers alternate team ability. The Avengers alternate team ability that I like to add is the Avengers Response Unit. This actually comes in handy if you keep Invisible Woman and Spider-Woman together. They can each get +1 when making close combat attacks. I think that this team can work actually pretty well because it involves characters that can use close combat attacks, do some decent amount of damage, and also some support pieces that can sit in the back and shoot from far away. Thank you for watching CritHitClix. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.